Hi everybody. I want my boy to come out. He's due for a feed today, but I won't be feeding him till later. But yeah, I want him to come on out and have a little bit of outside time. It's not what I would consider to be overly sunny today, but it's warm. Warm enough for Jessie to come on out and have a little bit of time outside and get some exercise. So yeah, I'm going to see if he wants to come out, but I'm going to change my battery first before I head on outside too. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, well I am back and Jessie hasn't really moved. I think he knows it's a feed day today as well, but not quite yet, buddy. We are going to get a rat in that belly, but we're going to have a little bit of exercise too, boy. I've been over to the shop today and I've actually got another hammock for Jessie, which I am going to put in exactly the same spot but just a bit higher for him. I feel that he might need to get a little bit closer to the heat. He seems to be it's starting to cool off here at the moment, so he's starting to spend a little bit more time here over this side, and I've sort of tested the thermostat and turned it up, and I've been keeping my eye on the temps over there. You know, I like my jungles to get around the 31, and yeah, he is 31, or on the top of him he's 31, and that is transmitting heat of like 54 right up the top there. So I might not put another one a bit higher for him at the moment. We'll just see. But you know, it is getting cooler. He does have a heat mat down here where he's under this hide, so that if he does go to ground and he curls up in there, which he will do when he's in shed sometimes, I also know that he's getting some heat, because that heat panel will not reach down there. So I have been saying to people, if you do get an enclosure that is of that 1200 high, you're not going to get any ground heat. Especially at summertime, no issues whatsoever. But in winter, you will need ground heat. If your snake decides that is where they want to go and that's where they're going to curl up, especially if they're a snake that likes to snuggle up while they're in shed. He needs floor heat. So if you do have an enclosure of this size, consider putting, well, not consider, I would say definitely put belly heat in for them on the ground, so that they do have a warm spot or the hot spot for them to go to. And of course, Jess has his cool side. He has a middle level, rough, well, not quite middle, but you know, third of the way up, 2/3 of the way down, where it's even cooler again, but probably a nice temp for him. And of course then he's got all the way across here right over to his hot side. So you know, he has plenty of options where he can vary his temps or regulate, I guess, his temps. So I think I'm going to actually have to get him out today by the looks of him. So I will be back once I've actually got Jessie out. He hasn't been out for a few days, so yeah, it won't hurt him to come on out and have a little bit of time out with me. So I'll be back shortly again. Well guys, I've got Jess. Finally. I'm telling you, sometimes he just is, I really don't want to come out, Mum, I really don't want to. But the fact is that he needs to come out today. He needs the toilet. No guarantee that he's going to use it, but there's more likelihood of him using the toilet out here than it is in his enclosure. So hence why I was a little bit more persistent than I normally would be with him today, just on that basis alone. So yeah, I'm going to spread myself out here and let Jessie go down, and we'll see if we can achieve anything. I can't see you. Oh, this hair in my eyeballs. Now it's about getting him from around me. See, good old gripper here. Maybe I should have called you some other name associated to you gripping like you do, buddy. I'll swing you around. I'll see if he'll head on off, up. Well, he'd probably go up, but yeah, he can head on and get that bum on the ground for Mum. You want to, talking about, well, you know, big snakes, little snakes, in between snakes. And do you want a big snake? Do you want a little snake? I tell you what, I'm glad Jessie is no big, massive snake. The way he hangs on and grips to me at times. So, you know, you have to contemplate what you can handle, and that's the honest truth. The bigger the snake, the more confident you need to be as handling a snake. Because can I say to you that holding a little snake and holding a big snake is exactly the same? No, it's not exactly the same. There's a whole lot more snake to be aware of when you have a big snake. Whether they're confident as well, and Jessie certainly does need the toilet, so I'm going to let him try and get relaxed a little bit. I'm just feeling down here and seeing if he's got anything kind of down this end, which he does. So hopefully he will go, because I've been telling him no pooping, no ratting this time, buddy. There's enough in there at this particular point, and you need to get it out. But yeah, no, big snakes, big poop. Little snake, little poop. There's lots of variations. Big snake, bigger feeders. Here in Australia, I would not be feeding my snakes rabbits, so they are always going to be on rats as a feeder. But not only that, but you know, our rats go to the size of jumbos, which in actual fact the extra large rats are bigger than a jumbo. And for me right now, the extra large rats are not the size of Jack's girth. And, you know, I do like to feed my snakes either the size of their girth or smaller, never bigger, but smaller than, if that has to be the way it is. But in saying that, you know, Jack is going to get bigger, and that extra large feeder, I either feed him at the most, leaving him go 10 days on one of those extra large, or I give him another feeder, whether that just be a large rat with his extra large, and then I can leave him a little bit longer between his feeds. But we don't get colossals. We just don't get them here. So you've got to kind of use your head a little bit and figure it out as to how you are going to feed them, and how much you're going to feed them, and how often you want to feed them. And it gets more and more expensive as well. So rabbits here are really dear. A small rabbit, and I don't remember the price, I just remember going, I am not going to be feeding Jack rabbits. And just Jack rabbit. Isn't there a rabbit named Jack? But, or whatever. You know, he's going to be on rats. So, bigger snake, bigger enclosure, bigger everything. It's just bigger everything. And with bigger everything, it's more expensive. And our reptile products that have a name to it are just so expensive. It is ridiculous. And I am really at the point where I will buy online and wait for a product to come to me rather than me paying the prices that are sitting in shops. It's totally ridiculous. And I will improvise with a lot of things, but some things you don't improvise with. You know, your heat lamps and so on. So, you know, your holders for your lamps, the shade, your thermostats, all these things you can't avoid paying the price for, but shop online. Most definitely you will get things a whole lot differently priced and much cheaper. I'm just looking at my solar panels and I'm thinking to myself, they are disgustingly dirty, and I may have to pay somebody to come along and give them a darn good wash for me, because I can't get up there and do it myself. Once upon a time I would, but I can't. That's off subject. But I just noticed them. But, big snake. I can see the attraction of having one. Jesse's still not really settled. He wasn't really happy about coming out. You alright, buddy? Are you okay? Hey? Could you just go to the toilet for Mum, please? And then you can come on inside and chill inside. On the jungle gym, or go up onto the climbing space. So, yeah. But back to the subject. You know, I see the attraction of people wanting to have a big snake. And I love them. And even I know, for me, there's a limit. I'm a little person. I couldn't have a retic. I mean, I could have a super dwarf, possibly, if I could get them here in Australia, but you can't. But I couldn't handle a retic on my own. And I would be stupid to even contemplate getting one for myself. It would be stupid of me to do, no matter how passive and sweet and calm that they can be. I would be a silly woman to have such a big snake. And Jack's going to be plenty big enough for me. And even some people say to me that I am stupid for having him, and him going to be, that big snake. But I don't perceive Jack to end up being 20 foot and, a girth on him the size of a football. Jack isn't going to get that big in his life. He will still get to a really decent size. But I know my limit. I know it and what it is. And for me, small snake, medium-sized snake, which Jessie, I would put into that classification of being a medium-sized snake. And then you've got Jack. There's still a snake that you can love and enjoy and certainly have time with. You don't have to have a big snake in your life to be, oh, I've got a snake. You could be as a 6'5" burly bloke and love your spotted pythons. And why not? People, I don't know whether they think that they've got they're a 6 foot odd muscle whatever guy that he's got to have this great big 10-foot snake. No, not at all. Good on you if you've got half a dozen spotted pythons in your life, and they're the ones that you love and enjoy. You went to the toilet, dude, but you didn't do what it is that I really want you to do, did you? Hey? I would like number 2s. What do you think? You think you might be able to do that? I know you've done the other, but you could still do the other. Okay? So just get to it, dude. So yeah, if you want a bigger snake, think about whether you can handle that bigger snake. And not just get one because you think it would be cool to have a big snake. So much more to having a big snake than my little spotted pythons, I tell you. So, well, the sun's come out, so maybe Jesse's going to make his way over to the sunshine and get some of those rays. I went hunting for UV for my seer, and I'll be going online for that as well. Like I bought, this will give you an idea, at the reptile show, I bought a UV, only 0.02, or 2.0, sorry, 0.2, for little Apani and Damaya, and they're only in little enclosures in a very small space, so that is ample enough for them. Of course, for seer, I'm requiring at least a 5.0 in the UV levels, and I should have grabbed one while I was there, The 2.0s were $13, and I think the 5.0s were about $15. And I went to buy one today, and I just picked it up thinking, yay, good-o. And it was like $35 for it, and I'm thinking, no way. And online, free shipping, I can get it for $15. So that's where I'm getting it from. Like I said, online, that's where you need to go. And today, while I've got the camera in my hand, chatting, I'm going to say a big hello to Shannon, who I met at the shop today, who watches my videos. And he has a beautiful coastal. Her name was Cleo. Forgive me if I got that wrong, Shannon, but he showed me a beautiful photo of her, and he was over there shopping for a UV light for her as well, and he has kept UV in with her. So yeah, he said hello, and it's a small world, a really small world, guys, to bump into somebody who comes up and says, hey, you do YouTube videos? Boom, yeah. And he's watched my videos. So hi Shannon, and leave a comment for me so I can check in with you and see how your girl's doing as well. Well, Jesse did do number 2, so he listened to Mum today. There you go. No. I knew he needed to go to the loo, and I knew out here, see guys, I know he's been needing to go, and boom, bring him outside and they go to the toilet. Honestly, that's what they prefer to do. So if I hadn't have brought him out, I could have fed him that rat tonight, and he wouldn't have gone to the toilet, and I know he wouldn't have, and I really wanted him to. He's got 2 rats in there, and Jessie is pretty much eating a good sized medium rat these days. So, and I leave Jess for about 10 days between his feeds, so I'm good on Jessie. And as you can see, he's growing, and he's doing really well, and he's such a nice-natured, really nice-natured snake. Jessie is, and of course, you know, he's alright. Once I've sort of got a firm grip on him, he likes that security, very much so. And put him back down. Well done, Jessie. Thank you, buddy. Mum really appreciates it, and now you're going to get your belly full again tonight. What do you think? Hey? Well, that sun has come out and it's delicious. It feels really lovely. A little bit of a breeze, but oh, that sun is delicious. And I'm sure it is for Jessie too. Can't beat natural sunlight. Sia is doing really, really well with her RI. She's much better. I wouldn't say, you know, she's a completely different snake, but she's a bit more active, a bit more alert. Yeah, and I have brought her outside to get some sunshine. And I do believe if you're going to keep a diamond, to have UV available for them in their enclosure, even if you do bring them out a couple of times a week. And if you don't put UV in, for me it is vital that you get them out into that natural sunlight to get them the UV. More than these guys, in actual fact. So anyway, before he heads for the rubbish bins, because you're not rubbish, bud. You're not rubbish at all, are you? Hey? I'm going to let you go up onto the climbing space today and get some time up there. Here's that piece of shit sitting on you. Just a little bit. And this video is 20 minutes long, guys. Yep, I'm a chatterbox. I know I'm a chatterbox. But you know, I sort of feel like this is my time to have a chat with you all. I'd much rather us be sitting around and all be together in person having a chat. That would be wonderful for me. But I only get to do it here, and it's a one-way, isn't it? And that's why comments are so important to me. I really do enjoy just leaving a comment, and even if it is just, hey, thanks for the video, or loved the video, or hi, how you doing, anything. It's just wonderful to hear from you. So, and I appreciate it. So leave a comment, press the like button, and take care of yourself, take care of your family, and if you've got snakes, I always say, take care of your snakes, guys. Ciao.